and just was watching Bobby and Whitney on the news and watching a little bit of the Osbournes and was thinking, why can't they have a show?
Hmm.
And then history was created.
Yeah, you
Wow.
walked us into that. You walked the Black community into Follow Doc series work
Yeah.
because the Osbournes were out. You
Hmm.
know, VH1 had already done, the Real World, and they had already started like Road Rules.
Yeah.
Osbournes were out, but you didn't see us.
Yeah.
And you didn't
Exactly.
see our icons. Like Ozzy Osbourne was from back in the day, and we knew
Yeah.
that he was in this mental
He was
trend.
the guy who bit the head off
Right.
the
Hmm.
He was the guy he was the rock guy who bit the head off the bat. Like we knew that.
Yeah.
But you didn't, if you saw Black people in any of this world, it was always new. It was pretty much new people or like people at the radar. It wasn't superstars.
Right, right. I mean, they had one. It was like, you remember on Real World, it'll always be one black girl and one black guy.
Right. Well, right. So we had Heather B, who was a rapper, but she
Mhm.
was like her rap career was a little like waning at that time. You had Kevin Powell, who was just coming into his activism.
Yeah.
So it was they were always right at the radar. It was never like a superstar.
No.
And you put our first and they were Black superstars, but they were like pop superstars, so they were kind of universal superstars.
Yeah, they
They
were.
the first Black superstars who were Black.
Right.
To be chronicled and followed. And I think that's what was so interesting because it was really the foray into I know your whole life for this amount of time that you've let me in because you have let me in it. Like Bobby and Whitney let us in it. Sometimes it was too much in.
Did we need to see that?
Or hear that? Because
Mhm.
Bobby used to love to say, wow, like Whitney would start it and then Bobby would finish it. And it was just like, so you just gonna talk about sucking a fart on her butt? Okay. I mean, all right. I'll never forget that one. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Or the sunglasses in the store. You're never gonna forget the sunglasses. The sunglasses in the dance. Just get it.
Yeah, right. I mean, honestly, and I also, when people will say like, oh, it's you ushered us into, urban celebrity, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Ozzy Osbourne was not bigger than Whitney Houston.
No, but in the but in the patriarchy and the supremacy of it all, he was right. Like to the Hollywood exec,
Mm-hmm.
he was to record sales and income.